Twin Flames. It's been a while since we got to hang out. The energy, I've been doing a lot of my readings and a lot of my content around the shift taking place and just sort of trying to share information as much as I possibly can as I'm guided to for you beautiful souls as you find yourself in the midst of the shift. And Spirit shows me we've been, this shift and all the energies of the shift and the separation between the old and the new earth has been like a bit of a sandstorm for us where we feel the impact of the energies, but we can't see too much. We're just focused on breathing and being present with it. And now we've found ourselves coming out on the other side of the sandstorm and just having this stillness that we're still figuring out what we're meant to do with, just waiting for that next prompting. And that's how we're sort of living at the moment. So that's where my focus has been for the past few months. I've not been guided by my spiritual guides to come in here and connect with you Twin Flames because it was just not the right time. And now, today, I'm looking forward to doing another check-in with you just to see where you are. You are so incredibly special. You have come here as light workers, as healers, as teachers at this perfect, most profound time and gone through these massive awakenings, the twin flame awakening being one of them, being a big one of them. And so I just want to check in, see what's happening with the energy for you guys and where you're at on this journey, anything Spirit wants you to be aware of or bring through for you. Intuitively, we know that it is important during the spirit with the twin flame awakening that we heal the union. And wherever you might find yourself at this time, that's what I want to bring you guidance on. Okay, so if you're new and you've stumbled upon this channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the energy. We're doing a pick a pile. I'm doing 3 separate piles for you guys to bring you your messages, to let you know what Spirit wants you to know, be aware of at this time and what would absolutely serve you. I'm going to do a significator to help you to confirm and clarify if that is your pile. If you're a returning part of this community, welcome back. It's nice to have you here as always and to connect with you. I hope that you have been kind to yourself over the past few months and that you are in a place of deeper understanding on your journey. Okay. I've already cleansed the space. You've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. Okay. And we give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for allowing me to bring you these messages. All right. If you find that it doesn't resonate, it's probably not your pile, pick another one. Just move along. Anything that doesn't resonate, doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit. It does not serve you. Okay. If it resonates, claim it without a doubt. And if it triggers, even though you might feel compelled to reject it, that is where your work begins. Okay. So let's take a look for those of you who would like to choose a pile and see which pile holds your message today. Okay. Pile 1 is the energy that I'm getting for you, pile 1s, is that you have been in a situation where your magic, your gift, you've been giving this person advice, you've been telling them what is really going on, you've been telling them what you see out of head on the path that they choose, and they've taken you for granted. I feel for pile 1s, there is a sense that in this connection, you have been discarded and sort of left behind, treated less than, and now you're in a place where you're being seen again, where you're being recognized. Okay. Suddenly there is this expression of attraction and value that your twin flame sees in you, even if it's just you telepathically knowing this person's coming to you in dreams, perhaps expressing to you that they have been blind, that they've been blind, that they were blind, that they couldn't see things for what it really was and see your value for what it really was. This person of yours found themselves being led or seduced in the direction of shiny things, and the saying that I'm hearing is all that glitter is not gold, and this person's come to realize that. Okay, and suddenly seeing your value, your power, your magic, and that you have warned them. Things had happened with people that you warned them about that they didn't want to see at the time. Okay, and you could be dealing with a fire sign here. All right, they could have fire in their chart. So those are some of the significators for my pile ones. If that resonates with you, then that's very possibly your pile. I do ask that you guys settle into your intuition, ask your guides and keepers to guide you, okay, to guide you, that to know which pile is for you. All right, pile 2. Okay, pile 2, you have found that you've gone through major lessons of in connection with what love really is. When you came into union with your twin flame, you felt that you had a pretty keen and vivid understanding of what love is. But this journey has taken you through a process of realizing that a lot of what you thought love is, and a lot of beliefs that you've had around love, were not necessarily true. That you've discovered deeper truths on this journey. There's been a lot of honesty from this twin flame of yours expressing to you perhaps harsher truths, or expressing to you, and for some of you, Spirit says, truths that you... So, I'm getting this impression where somebody gives you compliments and describes you, and you are shocked because you don't see yourself in that way. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay, so pile 2, if that resonates with you, then this could be your message. And for pile 2, Spirit also shows that there's blocked communication at this time. There's some challenges around communication. You could be blocked, you could have blocked them, but there's some sort of blocked communication between you guys. Okay, so if that resonates with you, pile 2, those of you who have chosen number 2, then that's your confirmation that you need that is your pile. Okay, for pile 3s, the significator is that you're in a situation with this person where you don't feel safe. This person is involved with dodgy things. This person their lifestyle is not one that is safe, that you feel safe in, and you're not sure that you can trust this person. You feel as though since being in this connection, this person has taken from you and has put you in difficult positions financially, perhaps, or just in a compromising position, compromising your own values, compromising your own worth, and also put that you feel, pile 3, that this connection has put a strain on your spiritual process, on your soul, and you're wondering, pile 3, if you've mistaken a toxic karmic connection for a twin flame connection. Okay, and yeah, you grieve, you'd like to be able to just move past beyond this, but for some reason you can't. It's as if this connection still haunts you. You're still grieving it. There's been a loss here because of the things that this person has done to you, and you can't you're finding that you can't move forward, which makes you believe that maybe this is a soulmate, a twin flame connection, and you have to fix it in order to move forward, or you're not quite sure what's going on and you just want clarity about that. So, pile 3, if that resonates with you, then pile 3 is very possibly your message today. Okay. Right, let's begin. So those are your significators. We're starting with pile 1. Okay. 10, 30. Okay. Pile 1. Let's see what's happened here. Okay, so it seems as though this person has, as I said previously, is showing some interest again, showing a sense of appreciation. It's very possible that this person has reached out to you and expressed that they've come to realizations, that they've taken you for granted, and that what they thought was true, or what they saw in the situation, they've come to realize that that is not true. It feels like they chose another situation over you and listened to the advice of people that did not necessarily have their best interest at heart, and is now sort of showing favor again, either with your posts or in the way that they're messaging you, in some information that they brought you. Oh, remember so and so when you told me this was going to happen? Well, it did. That sort of thing. I do feel like your person, your divine counterpart, pile 1, twin flames, is that this person was dependent on somebody else, either for their recognition, for fame, but it definitely has got to do something with money. I think that this situation, whatever the situation was that they chose over you, pile 1, gave them a false sense of security, and had some sort of hold or control. There was some sort of relationship around money there that I think contributed to their loyalty, not wanting to rock the boat in this other situation or this other relationship. And so it's as if there might in your connection, there might be a status gap, or yes, I think that's the best way I can put it, a status gap, either with perhaps family not approving of you, or a group of friends or business partners not approving of you. But it could also be a scenario where your person has this karmic partner, and they're in a particular financial bracket, status bracket, in whatever, in particular circles, and you are just so different. You're a loner. You don't care what people think. You're not interested in impressing people or showing off, and it feels to me like that sort of thing. And this person looked at what life would look like if they were to walk away from this situation. Let's say it's a marriage where financially they have accumulated substantial amounts of wealth together, and if this divine masculine were to separate from that, would lose most of it, and then what would life look like with you? Would they fit into your lifestyle? Would they be able to let go of the circles and the circles that they frequent, or that they frequent, and the image that they uphold? That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. But also where it could be, if I walk away from this, I have to leave most of the wealth and the comfort that I've accumulated behind, and what do I have to start over with my pile 1s who is in a particular financial position where they don't seem to have much because they don't care about these sort of things, and I won't be in a position where I can sort of uplift them in their status either. I feel like with you and your divine counterpart, you've got a very different way of measuring success. Okay. And Spirit wants you to know that you have always been guided and protected, and that the universe will not allow somebody that is not loyal to you to have access to your life and your energy. I'm not sure where this person is right now, but I do see that they've popped their head out, that they're showing that they want to lean in your direction again, perhaps expressing that they miss you, but most definitely showing that and expressing in some way, shape or form their attraction to you once again. And I don't know how you feel about this pile one, but let's see what Spirit has to say. Let's show. So I think that your divine counterpart has tried to spark a new passionate beginning with you. Communication once again, wanting to feel out where you are, how you're feeling right now, hoping to close the gap between you. What their broader intention is, I am not sure. But loyalty is definitely something that is coming up here. They want to be happy. I think that this person is finding more and more that waiting for things to settle and for a storm to pass it's not going to happen. You've got to move in the direction that you want to move in, and that the very reason why this person decided to abandon your connection in essence and to hold on to a commitment elsewhere, or honoring relationships elsewhere, and these people's expectations of them, for a sense of security based on an outdated old relationship with their life experience. So they might have thought in the past that these things are important, therefore, and that they equate to security, and that's why they put so much effort into building that life. That life leaves them feeling very empty. And I think your person was hoping it's a phase and that eventually they will just be able to feel like they did in the past. But it's things, and there's nothing else. These things don't make them happy anymore. They want something deeper, they want something more, they want a life that is more authentic, that feels profound in a different kind of way. And I feel like this twin flame understands that somehow you know the secret or the answer to this, to how to create or build a life that is authentic and feels fulfilling and is profound in a spiritual way as opposed to a materialistic way. Because material things decay, they don't last. And they have come to clarity about things, to new awarenesses about their own behavior and how they've looked at things in the past that has not really served them in the way that they want. This person would like to create a life where they have it all, but their own self-concepts and the beliefs around that is what's weighed them down and has been limiting. And they do want to make their way back to you. They're aware though that your opinion of them might have changed. They don't know how you see them now, because when they think about their last interactions with you and how they behaved, they know that you've seen them in the worst light. And this person doesn't quite know what that means, because this person knows they're taking a risk making their way back to you when they've burnt this bridge. And they are having sleepless nights about this, because even though they've made this choice, they've not had mental peace. They've not had peace. Like I'm saying, sometimes we try and go back to the life we know, because we think, okay, I fit in there, I'm comfortable there, it's the life I know, when we've long outgrown it. And then it's like wearing old shoes, walking around every day with old shoes, and you have blisters and your feet are sore, and because you've chosen to walk around with old shoes, you got to deal with the consequences thereof. This person has not been happy, but they are aware that you used to look at your divine counterpart with such admiration and adoration, and that's what they miss, and they're afraid that, oh, my nose is itching. I think you agitated by what this means. What is it that they want? Where are they at right now? Is it just the same old thing with this person, or are they actually in a different place? And I've had to try and move on. I've been working on trying to get over this. I've been working on trying to heal from this and move beyond this, and now they pop their head out again. And does that mean I've got to make space for them again in my life, in my energy, in my mind again? And Spirit is saying, who are you fooling, Pile One? They've never left you. You've been carrying their energy around. They've been this shadow with you all the time, and you with them all the time. That's how it works. And if you're still in this conflicted place around the energy with them, then it means you've not obtained the level of growth and healing that you were hoping to. Otherwise, it wouldn't agitate you so much that they did what they did to you, and obviously made this decision in error. But that's how we learn. We've got to have contrast. If I decide that, okay, I think I'd like something better, in order for me to become more of a match to the better that I've decided I want, I've got to get clear on why this year the old no longer fits. And sometimes that means staying there a little bit longer, because we just become attached to things until we realize that it's outgrown us too. And I feel like that's what's happened with your person. You have to be able to find peace whilst having clarity about what it is you want, and then being accepting of what they're offering and whether it fits what you want or not, without holding them accountable for your happiness. It's a lot of self-mastery, because what you are still trying to do, and this is why you're feeling the agitation around them popping their head up, in an essence, showing you they want your attention, or they want some part of you somehow, or they regret what they've done, and you're like, what difference does that make in my life now? It's a little bit too late, kind of thing. What your twin flame is wanting to help you to do is to choose yourself, without feeling that you've got to push away, abandon, and hate them. Choose yourself without giving them the power and the responsibility of holding your happiness in their hands. Because you have been struggling to choose yourself. Even though there's been separation and distance between you and this person, because they'd obviously chosen a life that is not with you here, I feel there was distance in various ways. As I said, perhaps distance with status, distance perhaps with the circles that you know, engage with and move around with, distance in perspective regarding certain things, distance could be distance with cities or countries as well. But Spirit says you want to be honest with yourself here. This agitates you because, and this is coming back around for you to see if you're going to put somebody else before yourself again. It's to encourage you to love somebody else, whether they play a particular role in your life or not, respect their position and where they're at, what they are, can or cannot offer, but doing so as a result of putting yourself first, choosing you first, and giving someone else the permission to make that choice too, without you having to create a space that makes it comfortable for them to do that. So I think in order to do this, whatever you choose to do and however you choose to navigate this moving forward, you have to release some of the past that holds you bondage, that holds you in this place of feeling like you are not who you want to be in your heart space and mentally and in your relationship with yourself, you know? Okay, I want to give you a bonus message, Power Ones. What is this message to help you on your spiritual journey right now? Blue flame. Okay, so what is that about for my Power Ones? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, the initiation of the blue flame connects us to our true divine nature and helps us to share that light of love with the world. Dear one, it is time to take that next step and walk through the initiation and purification of the blue flame. You have passed many tests and have already gained many valuable lessons and insights. The gift of the blue flame is now upon you, and it is your choice whether to embrace this light or not. Embracing the light of the blue flame is always consciously choosing to walk in the truth and integrity, to lead by example, love unconditionally, and be of service without judgment. When you are spiritually initiated in the light of the blue flame, you join forces with other souls on the same journey. Your power and light is nourished by your spirit family, to whom you are connected through your shared love of the blue light. Do you choose to walk in truth and integrity in all that you do? Will you lead by example by shining your own magnificent light? If you have sincerely answered yes to these questions, you are ready. Okay. An affirmation that would help you. You can do a breathing exercise where you breathe into the throat chakra and you feel that light enter the throat. You hold that energy there for a few seconds and you repeat the affirmation. I'm ready to walk my truth, live with integrity, and shine my amazing light always. If you are going to do this process to support yourself, to balancing the throat chakra, to letting in your own truth so that you can grow, not only your connection, but in your own spiritual journey as you've come to be a guiding light for so many years, please comment with that affirmation. So you are here to teach and to lead by example. Whatever it is that you want to receive in this connection from this person, you have to be willing to create that in your relationship with yourself, the way you speak to yourself, the things you do for yourself, the choices you make for yourself, and you want to really meditate on the frequency of that energy. So if you want devotion, or if you want to be valued, then you need to start to be high valued in the way that you perceive the world you've created now, and yourself, and who you see when you look in the mirror. You can use journaling to help you with this. You can use meditation to help you with this. You can just practice the process and the exercise of finding a higher perspective, a higher opinion on any encounter and experience that you have. I hope that this serves you well, Power One. And whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you. If you'd like to get a personal reading to look into your personal situation, perhaps you'd like to receive some twin flame coaching to help you understand how to navigate this so that you can find yourself on that more satisfactory side, in that place where you feel like you are connected to your higher power and in alignment on the subject that is love, and that is you. As the soul being having a human experience. You're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Great. Okay, let's move on to pile 2. Okay, let's see what's happening for pile 2. Okay, so as I said, this connection, this twin flame connection, pile 2, has really been schooling you on and made you question a lot of your beliefs around what you used to think love is. And there's been blocked communication here because some things have just not been adding up or been matching. Things that they've said have not matched actions. Actions have not matched things they've said. You've just really been in this school of love since the beginning of the activation in this twin flame connection. And the energy that I'm getting in your connection is Beauty and the Beast type energy, where this person believes they're cursed. Their life, their reality, their life experience can confirm that. And that is what they believe to be their truth. This is what the life I've lived, this is what's happened to me, this is what I've done, these are some of the outcomes I've had, so this must be my truth. And you, pile 2, have seen them as so much more. You've come to see them as more. You've seen them as so much more. But for some reason, their inability to love, honor, and accept and embrace themselves have made it difficult for them to fully open up to loving you. And so you've gone through a very in-depth journey into what it means to fall in love and what love really is, and the nuances and the complications that arise around love, and just the dynamics. It's not as black and white as you used to think it was before. So there is a level of maturity that your divine counterpart is trying to give space to in their journey. And there is a part of them that wants to believe in love, and there's a part of them that wants to believe that they get to have it, and there's a part of them that wants to believe that there is goodness in the world. But your person has been so busy protecting themselves and protecting you from them that they've not allowed you to fully experience them. So when it's like, I'm protecting you from me, so I'm keeping myself away from you. So in essence, I am abandoning you or rejecting you, and that's probably how you've experienced it, pile 2, when really what they've done is, I'm simply going to take myself away because I don't want to see her hurt or him hurt. And it doesn't mean that you don't get hurt. It just means that they're cowardice, so they don't get to see that you hurt, so that they can tell themselves, they didn't hurt you, and you're better off without them, and you're happy anyway, so that they can have peace. Um, and you might have had moments where you thought to yourself, this person is such a coward. And what this person has done is that they've given you an opportunity to fall in love with yourself, to learn to truly rely on you, and you find yourself to be completely independent and free from the expectations of anybody else to make you feel loved. You have found ways, processes, techniques, and ways of being that help you to tune into your value every day. And so now you you don't. So basically, this is how I can describe this. Many people feel sad and lonely because nobody has expressed their love and appreciation for them. Nobody has made them as the center of their world in a long time. Nobody has expressed their love to them. They don't have someone in their life that wakes up beside them and is a part of their process as they move through the day. Like the plans they make, they're not included. So they've decided that their life is sad, that they're not special to anybody, that nobody has claimed them in that way. And so I must be sad and lonely, and something must be wrong with me, and I must be right. So they define themselves and the experience of their life based on the conditions. And you are in a place where you don't need good morning messages, and you don't need somebody to declare their love to you, and you don't need somebody to behave in a particular way for you to feel that you are special. You have found ways to create that in the relationship with yourself. And the communication between you and this person has been blocked. And Spirit wants you to know that as much as you've been in a place where you've been rediscovering, it's as if you've been going through this school of love, where you've been having these experiences and witnessing these interactions and learning these lessons, looking at it from different perspectives and realizing what I thought love was and what I thought was going on here. I wasn't even touching on the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more, and you've become somewhat of a guru when it comes to this, and just your understanding of what love really is and what our pursuit of that love really is about. So your person's life has become, I do feel there's block communication, there's separation here. And your person has made the decision that they made, whatever they did, because they thought they were protecting you from them and they were doing you a favor. And in essence, they were just being coward. And you might wonder if they made the decisions that they've made and they've taken the stance that they've taken so that they could pursue other options. But there are no other options available to them. There is no. Everything seems to be moving away from them as opposed to coming towards them. And they're still struggling to release themselves from the burden that they've been carrying around. I feel like this person is haunted by their past, and haunted by their disappointments, and haunted by their failures. And they're trying to find their own strength, but you can't move forward. You cannot give space to the new, because the new comes with a new energy, and you can't hold the old vibration active and manifest the new. So you find yourself trying to move forward, trying to take steps forward whilst you're still recreating and reliving the past over and over. And that's the energy that I'm getting from your person. Okay, they know that they have work to do, they're still not doing it. And in the meantime, you're independent and free. And I think that you accepting that this person is going to treat themselves exactly the way that they see themselves, with as I am not good enough, I'm a terrible person, I am cursed, I bring unhappiness to everybody that I love and that I care about and that I meet, I do not deserve this, I do not deserve that. So in essence, they are their own greatest bully, and that is still going on, and it is what hinders their healing. But you've come to a point where you've accepted that, and you understand that that's part of the process, and you've started to focus less on them and the fact that something should change. You've come to realize nothing needs to change. I just need to love unconditionally and accept things for what they are, not try and make them what they're not. If something is not what I want, then I need to release it and let it be what it is and create space for what I want. And you are in this place where you are free and independent and have a sense of peace, regardless of what's happened with this person. Okay, so part 2. What is the spiritual advice and guidance for you on this journey at this moment? It's important to understand that despite what many people have said over the past few years about the twin flame connection, coming into union is the goal. But we're talking energetically, spiritually. We're not talking about 3D conditional union. And it's not for everybody. We didn't come to do that. Not all twin flames have come to do that. And in fact, most twin flames have not. Most twin flames have come to embody unconditional love, which is the love we have between man and that which we call God. God does not, we don't have a God in a physical body waking up with us every morning, having breakfast with us, making coffee and driving us to work, and then gossiping about our friends or discussing what happened. No, we have a ethereal spiritual relationship with Source. And the twin flame love story is to embody that same type of love, where you can be walking a different journey, you can have your own story, you can be living your own life, and I can still love, honor, and adore you for knowing that you are my soul and that you are living a different experience and going through different contrasts and evolution, which I also benefit from, and you do not have to play a particular role in my day-to-day life to be of value to me. Soul vessel is the message that Spirit wants to leave you with, pile 2. Okay, so let me tell you what that's about. Through unconditional love for your body as well as your soul, you cultivate wholeness and purity of spirit. It's exactly what I've been saying you've been doing. Dear one, if this card comes to you, it is time to purify your soul vessel. It is the body through which your soul is able to live, grow and experience life in the density of this world. Maintaining your soul vessel is essential for having a more enjoyable life experience. Your body is your personal indicator of how things are going in all areas of your life. Stay conscious of the energy and you allow into your body. This includes energy absorbed through processed foods, media, and your environment. With other souls who surround you. By cleansing your body and stepping away from all that is dense, you strengthen your immune system and raise the vibration of your body, of your light body. With a stronger vibration and light, you are better able to be of assistance to humanity. Your heart is pure and your intentions are aligned with truth. But to make the evolutionary jump into the new world of higher consciousness, you must also ensure that your vessel is aligned with love. By maintaining your body, you are better able to fulfill your soul's mission, stronger and more empowered. So what's coming to me is uh, I had an experience yesterday, and I've been noticing this from time to time. I have fibromyalgia, and so sometimes I have pain, this pain that just shows up anywhere in the body, and then it can move, it travels. And I noticed it in my hip, and if I'm honest, that's the place it tends to go most frequently. And immediately I listened to what my body was saying. So your body's communicating with you all the time through your conditions, through your ailments. In fact, when you feel anxious and or nervous or depressed or sad, negative emotion, that's your guidance system telling you you're focused on something in a way, maybe your truth, maybe your reality, maybe your relationship, maybe something someone's done in a way that does not serve you, and you want to refocus. You want to find a different way to look at that. That's not where you want to be. And in the same way, your body communicates with you. So yesterday I felt this pain in my hip, and immediately I listened to it, and I know what the soul communicates with us through different conditions. So pain is anger, and it's suppressed anger. And in the hips, it's got to do with your root chakra, with feeling secure, feeling stable, feeling taken care of. And I immediately just created the energy of what it feels like to be supported. And I quickly started thinking of all the different ways in my life in which I do feel supported. And I focused that energy into that space. And immediately I felt the relief of pain. And I was playing this little game, and I was so amazed at how quickly energy can shift if we're just conscious of it. You have already made the choice to move into the new earth and the 5D perception of your reality, which is unconditional love, where you feel fulfillment and beautiful connection and all the good things. And you have done so through your process and through accepting that not everybody sees life the way you do and wants what you want. And with your twin flame, this has been the experience that helped to guide you to realize how to set yourself free from the conditions of our reality, so that you can experience yourself in your fullness and be the love that you are, even if the person is not behaving in a way you like. And you've come a really long way. Do not question whether or not your focus, your self-focus, is selfish and toxic, and whether you should be more externally focused, making yourself available to other people or whatever. You are exactly where you want to be. And that the biggest message that I'm getting for you, part 2, is you want to start listening to what your body's saying to you, because it is guiding you. And if you've got ailments, pains, or inflammation, or if you're struggling with something where there's a condition that is ailing you, that continues to ail you, whether you constantly get headaches, or you suffer with pain, or whatever the case may be for you, that is what Spirit wants you to address. And if you need to get someone to help you interpret what your body's telling you, then do so. Okay, that is your message. You're on the right track. And you want to continue to accept that not everybody's going to embrace the level of healing that you believe they deserve. You want to continue on your path to love unconditionally and through acceptance. And you want to practice that continuously for yourself too, to accept where you are and accept and respect the choices you have made. If you'd like to receive a personal reading, or you'd like to get some coaching on, just to take a look at where you are right now and on your journey that would serve you at this current time, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you choose to do, pile 2, do what is best for you. Love and light. Bye now. Right, let's begin with pile 3. Okay, twin flames, let's see what Spirit has to share with you. Okay, pile 3, what happened here? Okay, lots of favor, beautiful time together. You guys went from being super, super happy, feeling like everything is aligned, to a dark cloud that came over into your experience. A lot of what happened here, Spirit says, has got to do with this person's belief systems, mental health, a dark history, a dark past. We can only escape who we believe we are, our relationship with certain things, through a lover that brings light into our lives for so long. Someone else cannot be your light, not sustainably. I think this person believed that you could be their light. And when the euphoria wore away and you needed to be, because you poured into them, you filled their cups, you kept bringing life into their experience, and when you needed them to do the same, this person wasn't able to or willing to, because this person was never in this connection to give. They were here for what they can receive. And you wanted someone to love. You wanted to be loved unconditionally. You've experienced a lot of judgment and being treated and a lot of rejection because you don't fit a particular image, you don't fit a particular box, and you recognized this person's need and desperation to be loved, embraced, and accepted. This person of yours had had a lonely life, was abandoned as a child, didn't really have anybody taking care of them or having their back, and so you wanted to show them that there are people in the world that will be devoted to them, and you wanted to be that to this person. But what you didn't take into account is the fact that if I see the world as a greedy, selfish, awful place, I become that person, greedy, selfish, and awful, without realizing it. And there is an elder in your life, somebody very wise that has been guiding you towards setting yourself free from this situation. I do feel like it's been an abusive relationship to some extent. It could be financially, it could be emotionally, it could be in many different ways. This energy that I'm getting here is a very narcissistic energy that you have been involved with. I'm not sure that this is a twin flame. I will check with spirit, but I do, whether it is or is not, you do feel that the intensity of the connection and the hold that it's had on you has led you to believe that it could be a twin flame. But there's an elder in your life that's been given you, that there is an elder that will teach you how to navigate this, because you have been through great storms in this connection, and you have quite a healing journey ahead of you. But most importantly, there is a reason why you experience this. You do find yourself working with, speaking to, and attracting a lot of people who have been in these types of relationships. You could be a counselor, you could be a teacher, but I see you working with the community somehow. And this is why you came here. You came here for the downtrodden, for the victim of abuse, for the person that has been so torn down that they don't know who they are and they've got to pick themselves back up, and you've come to give them the tools to teach them how to rise again. And therefore you've also had this experience. The reason why you are grieving this is because it has rattled a lot of this relationship has not caused your insecurities. This relationship has not caused your paranoia, your panic attacks, your fears. This relationship brought to the surface your fears, your insecurities, why you shy away from things, why you're afraid to have a voice, this relationship was your worst fear coming true, so that you can realize, so that you can overcome that fear and not live in the shadows because you're trying to avoid being in the line of attack. That it will find you if you are living your life to try and avoid negative experiences. Those negative experiences will find you even in the shadows. It is so that you can awaken to truth, so that you can be of greater service to those around you, but also so that you can finally rise up, stand tall in your own right. You are a teacher, and therefore there is a teacher coming into your experience because the teacher in infancy needs a teacher until you rise into your own, Okay, so Spirit is saying the reason why you feel like you have a spiritual cord, like you're still bound to this person, like your experiences with this person is still hanging over you like a cloud and follows you around like it's something you can't shake, is not because this is a twin flame situation, but rather because you need to fully embrace how this person has come to be your teacher as well, what lessons they have brought, so that you can set yourself free. You've learned through this experience that when we want the things we want most, when somebody else offers to give them to us, when it's our job to give it to ourselves, it comes at a very high price. I'm going to repeat that. When what we are meant to give to ourselves, we search for in others, and somebody comes along and offers to give you that which you have been searching for, which you have been longing for all your life so desperately, and still have not figured out that you are the only person that can give it to yourself first and foremost. When you agree to receive that from someone else, it comes at a very high cost, always. You've got to have patience with this. You've got to have patience. You've got to revisit the lessons. Where am I right now? What have I learned? Am I embodying that? Or are some of my beliefs still in that old place? Am I still spending more of my energy trying to avoid people that could hurt me? Or am I focusing my energy on people who I know I can empower? Those are two very different frequencies. If I can empower you, then I don't need to fear whether or not you can hurt me, because I'm not giving you the power to hurt me. I'm not depending on you for anything. In fact, I'm overflowing with this, and therefore I can pour it into you. No strings attached, unconditionally. That's not an unsafe place. But if I'm living my life to avoid dangers and unwanted things, I'm not living my authentic life over here, being my full self, being my best self, overflowing with abundance. I am calibrated to everybody that can hurt me, and they will bump into me even in the dark. You deserve to be happy, but you need to allow the tower to fall. The things that you think and have thought are protecting you, that you thought protected you for a long time, surely by now you realize that that has not protected you. Those beliefs, those thoughts, those opinions have not protected you. You have to be willing to let go of your own toxic traits. You have to be willing to be honest with yourself about your own toxic traits. You have to be willing to acknowledge that you do have a big ego, even though it is not as prominent as this person's, that the reason why this person behaved the way they did towards you and is behaving the way they are towards you is because of their fear and their ego. The ego and the fear, they go hand in hand. And the reason why you have put yourself in certain positions, very same thing, fear and ego. So like attracts like. Even though you can say, but I would never do to someone what this person's done to me. It's about what I believe about myself in the world, I attract other people that have similar beliefs, and they might act out those beliefs differently to the way I acted out, but it's still the same frequency. What advice do you have for Pile 2s? Pile 2, you need to get yourself a teacher, a coach, spiritual coach, somebody to help you on your spiritual journey, because you are a powerful teacher. But I feel like your throat chakra, your truth, is in conflict. What you've been taught growing up, what you've been taught by society, what you've learned, there's some contradictions there, and you want to get clear on that. Otherwise, you will keep attracting contradictory situations. People looking for love but not being able to give it. That's a contradictory situation. You want to get a teacher, you want to get a coach, you want to get the help you need so that you can give space to your life purpose. And from that, everything else will come. The lover, the things that you know you deserve and you want. You've got to focus on your life purpose now first. Okay. So the message I got for you is life purpose, and this is the card Spirit has given you. Beautiful. We've got the blue and the green, that's the heart chakra and the throat chakra. When the flower blooms, the bees come uninvited. Whenever I'm doing readings, my nose is so itchy because I can sense the energies. When the flower blooms, the bees come uninvited. Each soul unfolds the divine time to their own inner truth, power, and limitless creative potential. Just as you can't force a flower to bloom when it's not ready, so too can you not force a soul to unfold to their creative light and magnificence when they are not ready. So there is nothing you can do to make somebody ready to be their best, to let love in if they're not ready to bloom. The wisdom of who you are and why you are here is found in your own heart. To reach this place of innate wisdom and understanding of self is to first clear the channel between the heart and the mind, breaking through walls of fear which will enable that clarity of self to flow through you. What are you still trying to avoid? What are you still afraid of? You've got to be willing to face those fears, to work through them, to process through them. Otherwise, they will hold you hostage and they will keep attracting into your life more experiences that validate those fears and continue to strengthen their hold over you. Fear has a hold over you. This wisdom may come through synchronistic encounters that nudge you to try new creative endeavors, or even through the feeling of an ignited heart wishing to suddenly explore. However this revelation of self comes to you, it will come, and the truth of who you are and why you are here will be yours. Your heart is your guiding compass, dear one. Allow your inner compass to guide the way. An exercise that would be helpful if you resonate with this is to visualize the walls around your heart. Feel the energy that is within it and replace that energy. So if you feel sadness in the heart, then what is the opposite of sadness? Joy. Try and imagine joy. Try and imagine what your heart feels like when you're in a state of joy, until you can create something that resembles it, if not full joy, because we can't always get there from where we are. And then visualize the walls around your heart coming down. An affirmation that would be really, really helpful for you to, in conjunction with this process, is I'm living my life purpose by doing what I love and then sharing that love with others. Think about what it is that you mean to bring, what intention you have with every encounter. If my intention is to uplift, then when you're in that situation, it is very easy. Becomes easier for you to notice where you are. If you're looking on a situation by trying to help, you cannot help people and uplift them. You've got to support them in their own upliftment. People who, if you look at someone and you're like, I need to help this person, then you see them as helpless. You cannot see someone as helpless and being in a place or a position where they are ready to uplift themselves and allow themselves to be uplifted. So you need to be clear about what your intention is, and then if you're having conversations or thinking thoughts or feel an impulse to take an action that is not in alignment with that intention, you know not to do it. You have to become more deliberate in what you're doing. You want to set yourself free from trying to avoid life and relationships. You've got so much to offer here. Get yourself some help. Get yourself a teacher. Get yourself a coach. If you'd like to get, if you're interested in getting a reading from me, getting coaching from me, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you. Love and light. And we'll chat again next time. Bye now.